onboard landscaping, done with this design. I'm just going to take this as just quick descriptions of the projects because everything will be detailed in the estimate. This area we're going to keep how it currently is just because we want to keep budget friendly. This area we're going to be installing a Cream City brick paver edging like we spoke about. This area we're going to dig out all the rubble. We're going to put down some new fabric in the planters, put new organic compost inside of the planters. We are going to pre-emergent spray the area after we dig out the rubble, and then we're going to put new soil down. We're going to compact that soil, put some mulch on top of it, and this area will be good to go. Over here, behind the garage, we're going to dig out all of this grass. We're going to pre-emergent spray, or no, we're not going to pre-emergent spray this area. We are going to dig out all the grass. We're going to put new soil down. We're going to put seed, fertilizer, cover it in hay, water it in, and this area should be good to go for an all new grass. Over around here in the back, we're going to dig out this pretty much the whole backyard, pre-emergent spray everything, just because there's creeping Charlie going all through the grass. You know, if we don't dig it out, pre-emergent spray it, you're just going to have creeping Charlie peeking through the grass the next spring, and then it's just going to take over again. It really needs to be treated with chemical for this grass to stay the same the next year. Again, this garden bed would be pre-emergent sprayed. We're going to cut a border for the grass because we know where the grass is going to grow, because it will not grow very close to these bushes. So once we cut that edge, we'll have a lot of vacant space. So we're just going to mulch that vacant space. Back here, I know there's a lot of weeds back here. We'll dig all of this out, pre-emergent spray it, mulch it. Over here, you've got a smaller garden bed. You've got access to the yard. All these garden beds are set up so that you have direct access into the yard off of the staircases. You got this one garden bed that goes and wraps around. You've got this garden bed. We would dig all this out, pre-emergent spray it, and basically this whole backyard would be dug out and pre-emergent sprayed, especially the area underneath the big tree. So this would be dug out, pre-emergent sprayed. This bed would be dug out, pre-emergent sprayed. You know, we put the new soil. We come back 2 weeks later, do the planting and the mulching. You've got 3 green gem boxwoods, some dianthus on the right side of the doorway, 3 bleeding hearts, and 3 coral bells. I think that would be great. We know those plants are going to do well here. You've got burgundy glow ajuga, a nice low maintenance ground cover to cover this whole area. You've got alternating grasses and blue-eyed grasses. You've got alternating blue-eyed grasses and more plants, alternating blue-eyed grasses and northern sea oats grasses. You've got all of the rock borders for this and that. I know you guys were kind of on the fence about extending the sidewalk. We would include that for free because I really think it would help tie the design together. So this is the area where most of the labor is going to come in. We're going to have to dig out pretty much this whole area just because I want this future area to be developable. And right now it's just full of ground covers, a lot of which are invasive. We'll just continue to take over and grow into areas we don't want them to grow into. Most of them are just weeds anyway, so I think it'd be good to kind of tie this whole design together to kind of just really prep this area, because it's the first area you really see or notice when you come into the driveway. So I think obviously it's going to take a lot of effort, but I think it'll be worth it. So we're going to dig out all of that ground cover, all of the weeds, pre-emergent spray it, put down some new soil, because there will be spots where we really just had to dig it out. Like there's the lily of the valley all in this area right here. We'd have to dig all that out, patch it with some soil. Well, first we'd spray it, then patch it with some soil, etc., etc. So then we've got this figure 8 here. This is one of the original garden beds that was originally supposed to be put right about here, but I think the fact that we're doing grass now here, we should tie this original garden bed into this figure 8 shape that goes around the tree. You've got this pachysandra here, and you've got the Kodo no Ito Japanese maple, some midnight lady ligularias, some white hellebores, some northern prairie drop seeds, really cool plants in there. And yeah, for this area of grass, you would be sourcing a tall fescue shade mix variety. You would have to drive to Union Grove to pick it up. I think it's about 2.5 pallets here we would have to put in. And this is the type of, and again, we would get rid of the old grass. We would pre-emergent spray it, put the soil down, wait a couple of weeks, and then come back and do the install for the grass. And this grass is, it doesn't look like Kentucky bluegrass. It's a tall fescue grass, so it would really thrive in this area. There would be a lot less maintenance just because you have the right type of grass in the right spot. And it's the type of thing where you look back here and it's like, oh wow, that's a unique type of grass. It looks like somebody put a lot of effort in and made this area look really cool with a cool type of grass. So and then you've got the black aluminum edge going all the way out around the grass, kind of in here too. And this is to separate the grass from the mulch, the grass from getting into garden beds and all that stuff. You've also got a bed around the boxwoods because trying to grow grass in here will just be futile anyway. Over here, you've got, like I said, that matching identical garden bed. Any of the transplants we would be taking out of any of the areas around the house. We would be starting to kind of scatter through this vacant area near the front, trying to get them grow there. The natural process of this job would be to do anything that doesn't really require planting first. Like for instance, this area doesn't need to be sprayed, so we can just do the install right away. We've got the peonies, speedwell, transplant those. Got dianthus along here, Japanese painted ferns along here. Got the existing limelight hydrangea tree and the peony here. Everything else would go and get transplanted. And we do coral bells in here. I think that might be it for the entire design. Let me know what you think. And we will go from there. Thanks.